I had an uncle that when he would see the lechuzas, he would say some prayers backwards. Because if he would say the prayers backwards, he would bring the lechuzas down. And then these lechuzas were like humongous birds that would make weird noises. And he said that one time he brought one down and he killed it, but it was an animal. But those lechuzas, like when they fly, and you ask them to bring sal, pimienta, and limon, I think, those three things. The next day they come and ask for that. And that's when you know that those are the lechuzas. There's people that turn into lechuzas because they want to do bad things to people. And lechuzas do exist.
So, for people who don't know what lechuzas are, what is that?
Lechuzas are like big birds.
Owls.
Some people say that they're owls, but because owls are called lechuzas, but actually lechuzas are big birds. They're ladies that turn into big birds to do harm to other people. Those are the lechuzas, but people call the owls lechuzas because owls are lechuzas in Spanish, but these are the real lechuzas are big animals.
About how big you say?
I would say maybe about
3 feet.
3 feet more or less, and they stay in the trees, and they fly, and they go all over the place where they want to do some people harm, but they have to turn back to humans before daylight. It's just like a vampire, but vampires don't exist. Lechuzas do exist.
Vampires exist
because where I used to live, I think my grandmother had died, and everybody was outside, and the lechuzas were in a tree next to my neighbor, and my mom said, everybody come inside because there's a lechuza over there, and we could hear the noises. They were real loud, and my mom said, no, come on in, because they can come fly down and they can hurt people. And that's the lechuzas, the story of the lechuzas. You know that the house that's next to, like us where Roy used to live, that house used to be built different, and behind there were some trees, and they would go over there because like where I live, our house was built different, and our restrooms and my bedroom were towards the end. And my mom says that when she would go to the restroom, she would hear them, and when she would open the curtain, she could see those big birds on the tree. And one time my uncle that would bring the lechuzas down, he would say, it's because somebody wants to do harm to somebody there in the house, And my uncle said, you know what, I'm gonna start coming more often, like at night to see, and I can bring them down. But no, they I think they only came twice, but and they didn't come back anymore because my uncle would say those prayers backwards. It was just like a set of prayers. I don't know what they were, but he said you had to say them real fast because if you would stop, they would come and they would attack you. So he knew, because my uncle was a curandero, like back then, like people, if they sprained their ankles or whatever, he would massage them and heal them and do everything instead of people going to the doctors. So a lot of people, had a lot of faith in my uncle, His name was Ignacio. And he would bring them down, especially like where he lived across, there was a canal, and then he would cross it like a little bridge, and he would come over, to where we lived to see if he could find lechuzas, because he liked to bring them down, the lechuzas. That's good.
Ari's built different.
Hey, I'm not.
Big back.
You are. You're built different.
Big back.
My mom never liked those kind of trees where the owl was.
Yeah.
Because he said that those would attract like lechuzas. That's why I liked it at the beginning, but then I want to get it down.
Uncle Ruben said he saw like a lady in the tree one time, like a witch, like an owl witch that he saw in the tree, and that's why Grandpa always says, like there's like a little old lady like up in the tree, but that's back at Grandma's house. Great Grandma Steffi's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the backyard?
Yeah, those
In the
big
front,
trees
in
over
the,
there.
In the front?
yeah,
Okay.
in the front yard. That's what he said. I don't want to scare it off.